In this video, we're going to write a linear equation in slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form looks like this. Y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. If I'm given a graph of a line, I should be able to find the y-intercept and the slope from this graph. So the first thing I'm going to do is look for the y-intercept. So y-intercept means that where my line crosses over my y-axis, and it crosses over here at -2. So let's put a dot at -2, and -2 is my y-intercept. Now the next thing I'm going to do is find the slope. So I have 2 points that are identified on this line that cross over the grid lines. So I'm actually going to just count rise over run to find my slope. So we're going to start at the bottom point and we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I rose 4 and I ran 6, and it's positive slope. So it's 4/6. And I can simplify that fraction to 2/3. Now to write the equation, I'm going to put the parts in. Y is equal to, my slope is 2/3, x plus my y-intercept is -2. Or I could also write it 2/3 x minus 2. And that is my slope-intercept for that graph. All right, let's write the slope-intercept form for this line. So I'm going to start by looking for my y-intercept, and where it crosses, where this line crosses my y-axis is right here at the point 0, 1. So the y-intercept is the 1. So we have 1 for the y-intercept, and now for the slope I'm going to do something a little differently. Because we were given points on this graph, I'm going to use 2 of these points to calculate the slope using the slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I'm going to use the points -2, -3, and 0, 1. And let's go ahead and label those x1, y1, and x2, y2. Now we're going to use those points and fill those into the equation. So y2 is 1, y1 is a -3. So I have 1 minus -3 over x2 is 0, and x1 is -2. Now let's do the math. We're going to do some change. And 1 plus 3 is 4 in the numerator, and 0 plus 2 is 2 in the denominator, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now I have everything I need to write my equation in slope-intercept form. Y is equal to, my slope is 2, so 2x, plus my y-intercept is 1, and my slope-intercept form is y is equal to 2x plus 1. All right, here's a problem where we're asked to find the slope-intercept form and we're only given 2 points. So we know we can find the slope from those 2 points using the formula for slope, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we'll go ahead and do that now because that's actually pretty simple. So we'll put x1, y1 here, and x2, y2 there. And now we'll just fill in the formula to calculate the slope. So I have y2 is 4, y1 is 1. So I have 4 minus 1 over x2 is 1, x1 is 1. So I have 1 minus 0. And now let's just do the math. 4 minus 1 is 3, and 1 minus 0 is 1, and 3 over 1 is just 3. So I have my slope is now 3. Now, how do you determine y-intercept? Well, For y-intercept, when we have y-intercept, we're saying that the line crosses over the y-axis, and when a line crosses over the y-axis, x is equal to 0. So we're looking for a situation, what point is x is equal to 0? We want to know what's the y value. So we have one point here where my x value is 0. So the y-intercept would be at the y-coordinate, which is 1. So my y-intercept is 1. Now I have the pieces I need to write my equation in slope-intercept form. Y is equal to, my slope is 3, so 3x plus my y-intercept is 1. So the equation is y is equal to 3x plus 1.